Well, first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is going to be stopped. The line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry for Henry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They set up the screen to Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
No gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up a bit. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. they go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Six 0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28. Give him 12 yards on that one and earns him a fresh set of downs. An inside give, Brown. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Patriots' defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You talking about tiny? You talking about a little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards.
And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Odell Beckham from 10 yards out.
And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And he's got room. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 14-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple more times?
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They'll give it to him up the middle.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Now Landry. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Flip, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run right on the option. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Shifts past him at the 45.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Got that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Now Jackson apparently a little unsure of things, so he'll call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. It's Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
The Pats at the line ready to go.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He finds Aguilar over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To throw again is Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dawson Knox 32 yards.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Derrick Henry all alone. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter.
And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. New England on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely. Isn't it hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And a busy night for Henry continued. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Over the middle to Beckham. Touchdown! Beckham, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. A 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. You got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the fourth quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down. Yeah, trailing this stage of the fourth quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock, too. Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
They run the option on second down.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Saints 21.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Throwing, Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for New England, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Saints, They obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.